Good evening, Adam Franklin here. Tonight we are doing part 5, or maybe part 6, part 5 of the template walkthrough series. Templates are from my book, Web Marketing That Works. There's 33 of them in here. But in actual fact, tonight's template is a brand new one. I've just released this to help my private coaching clients, and I want to share it with you now. It's called the Outreach Activity Tracker template. Now, what this is designed for is to help you keep track of the people that you are reaching out to each day. And if you're not reaching out to people each day, you ought to be. So what we really want to be doing is just keeping ourselves accountable, but also keeping track of the people we've reached out to and what stage of that nurturing process they're at. So I've created the template. It looks like that on the screen. You can download it for free, no opt-in, at the link you can see there, bluewiremedia.com.au/OATT, which stands for the Outreach Activity Tracker. It's a Google spreadsheet, which means it's editable. All you need to do is go File, make a copy and save, and then you can fill it out yourself. Okay, now we're going to jump into the actual spreadsheet, but if you're following along at home, download it and we can talk you through it. Why don't I just move my head out of the way? There we are. So you fill this out yourself. Like, obviously you would be putting in your own company name here. I would put in Bluewire Media. Oh, I'll leave that alone. You would type in your own name and your own company, of course. And then what we want to do in this next part is, if we want to be reaching out to our ideal future clients. And so what that means is that we are going to need to head to LinkedIn and do searches based on the criteria that we want to find people for. So if you've watched my LinkedIn webinars, it's training for another day, but basically you go into LinkedIn, you do a search for whichever role is your ideal future client. Say, for example, you sell to accountants in Brisbane, then you would type in accountants, you'd filter by people, you'd filter by location, Brisbane, and you could then look for first degree connections, second degree connections, third degree connections, etc., etc. So that's what I would want you to fill out. And basically then I want you to start working your way through each of those contacts and populating them in this spreadsheet. So go through each of the different parts and fill in the name, fill in the LinkedIn URL, fill in their role, fill in their company, and then over time you will see that you can reach out to your first degree contacts. As you grow your network, you'll have people that are second degrees, which you reach out to. Then when they connect with you, they become a first degree. When you're a first degree, you'll typically have access to their email address in their profile. Doesn't mean you can put them on your mailing list, but what it does mean is that you can email them one-to-one, and you'll typically often have their mobile number or cell phone number from their contact info as well. Then what this spreadsheet helps you do is really just keep track of where you're at in your messaging process. And if you don't have a process, that is worth having a look at the LinkedIn nurturing process spreadsheet PDF. That's going to be a training for another evening as well in terms of what to say and everything. But we keep track here of, we send the message 1, we send the message 2, message 3, message 4, message 5. The goal being to get them across to a sales conversation and a new client. So that is the spreadsheet. That's how it works. And really I would be looking to be reaching out to, I would hope, at least 10 to 20 people per day. And so you would just be going through and filling it in as you go. The spreadsheet is obviously editable, so you can just go through and extend it out. You can add extra sheets if you like, but populate it, fill it in as you go, the roles, and then what you'll have is like a visual representation too of where everybody is at in this journey. I typically use a spreadsheet to keep track of contacts until they get to the point where there's a sales conversation happening. Then they go into my proper CRM, which for me I use Highrise, but there's Google HubSpot CRM. There's a whole bunch of good quality free ones. Now, that is basically it. What we're really looking to do with the 5 messages is take people through a process where firstly they know us, so that's an outreach message. Secondly, they hopefully get to like us. Third is they hopefully get to trust us. Fourth is they express interest. Essentially raising their hand to demonstrate that they're interested in what you've got to say. And step 5 is typically a sales conversation. Now this could be as quick as, half an hour back and forth. It could be 5 months back and forth. It just depends on when the person's ready, and it really hinges on this step here, which is them expressing interest. So that's the main step to transition from just like a contact you're chatting to through to a sales conversation. So there we go. That is the outreach activity tracker template. Hit me up in the comments if you've got questions, and we'll be on to another template this time tomorrow. See you later. And of course, you probably have my book, Web Marketing That Works, but if not, hit me up and I will send it over to you. My name's Adam Franklin. I will see you again very soon. Cheers.